Why does Jesus keep choosing the wrong people? If you read the Gospels, it's not hard to miss. When he begins forming his movement, his public campaign, he doesn't go to the most qualified. He doesn't gather the most powerful. He builds a team of the most inexperienced leaders. He goes to fishermen, tax collectors, people on the margins, people with questionable reputations, even. And he just says, follow me. If he's a CEO or a hiring manager at first glance, he really doesn't seem like a very good one, right? He's taking the applications of all of the best applicants and he's tossing them in the trash. And then he's going out and he's hiring the people with the least amount of qualifications by the world standards for the job at hand. If you're trying to change the world, wouldn't you start with influence, with credibility, with the best possible team you can put together? You would get the best of the best. But Jesus keeps doing the opposite because he's not just building a movement based on abilities. He's forming a people whose lives will actually reflect the kingdom. People who know what it means to be overlooked. People who aren't already invested in maintaining the existing system. People who can actually be shaped, who haven't already made it and figured it all out. In other words, Jesus isn't choosing the best candidates. He's choosing the ones he can form to look more like him. And usually, I'm sorry to say, it's not the best candidates who are the ones who are most transformable. I think that should change how we think about calling. We tend to assume if I were more prepared, more capable, more put together, then maybe I'd be more useful, right? But Jesus doesn't wait for that. He in fact he doesn't care about that. He calls people as they are. He calls you and me as we are, and then he forms us over time. Which means the question isn't am I qualified enough? Because you and I will never be. And Jesus wants you in his movement as a central member of his world changing campaign, just as you are right now. The question is instead, am I willing to follow and to be formed into the kind of person Jesus can actually use?